I just did a thing, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So remember how I wrote Heathens? That's the first book in the Heathens series. Go check it out. All my links are in my bios. My website is currently down because it's been redesigned. Apparently, trying to do your website yourself is actually a bad idea, so it's, But all the links for Amazon, all my books are currently on Amazon. I'm trying to get them in other places and other stockists, but at the moment it's Amazon on print and in ebook form as well. There is also a free prequel, which is available on Book Funnel, which I need to restart. Oh my god, so much to do. Anyway, I did a thing. So Heathens is the first book in a series about witches and warlocks. I've been so excited about writing it. I've been so excited about writing it. It's something I've wanted to finish writing for so long. And now I find myself writing a series just filled with all these magical elements and magical creatures, with magical inspirings and magical inspirations from all over the world, because the world has so much of the occult stuff, so much of the, folk stories and myths and legends, and there's so much out there you would not believe it. And from my culture as well, we have just so much. You can never get through it in a lifetime. So I wrote book 1. I'm working on the rest of the series, but I thought to myself, why not write a prequel? So I wrote a free prequel, which is available. It's called A Perilous Rescue. I wrote the prequel, and the prequel was just to get people to understand, how the series starts. And I love writing prequels. I always love writing the before and what led to the series. That just excites me to write all the time. But I just love writing. It's just fun for me at this point. And when I wrote the prequel, I thought, okay, that's it. The prequel is going to be the beginning to the series, and that's going to be it. And the prequel happens several decades before the series starts. And then the other week, I found myself, and I do this a lot, where I start writing, just absent-mindedly, and before I knew it, let me show you, and this is what I mean. Before I knew it, I'd started crafting what happens right before the prequel starts, right? So the tagline or the premise for the sequel is it's called The Perilous Rescue, right? And it's set in 1910. Now, when I was writing this, a few minutes before, I accidentally wrote 1821. Do you see that? So that was an error, and then I went back to 1910. So that was a brief error, but I think I just got confused with timelines. This is why you need an editor. Oh my goodness. So the whole point of the prequel is that it's supposed to take place at least a few decades before the main series. But this sort of diary I've started writing is based on the character in the prequel. And I just thought that rather than putting it into print, I could just release it in video form, because I think that would be quite interesting. So the premise for the prequel is 2 warlocks awaiting a signal on an abandoned island. But will the signal come, and is there something else happening on the island? And it's supposed to be an abandoned island that they all go to rescue someone. It's supposed to be a rescue mission, and everything that happens after that. So basically, what I've written here is what leads to the prequel. So this is A Letter in the Fog, 1821. Okay, ignore the date, that's wrong. There was a damp chill in the air as I retrieved the letter from the cold stone floor. The ink glistened eerily under the moonlight. So I'm very excited about this actually. But with this, I'm just going to put it into video form rather than trying to release it as a book. I think it'll be quite fun in video and with some graphics as well. So it's everything that leads to the first prequel in the book. Just like this is like a few days or weeks before, and it's what sets the rescue mission in motion. I hope that does make sense, but it's just I'm very excited about it because it's going so well, and I'm actually sort of writing what's in her head at the time. She is preparing to embark on the rescue mission, and everything that leads right up until that moment. And I think it's going to be amazing. I'm very, very excited about it. And I love getting ideas like this. But I think this is what I say to people where I say, you can get so many ideas at the same time. And you just have to know which one to listen to, which one to write down. I write all of them down. I don't ignore any of them. I write all of them down. And then I decide what I'm going to work on first. That's how my brain works. But I tend to follow through on ideas. And I tend to stick to the plan very easily. And yeah. Okay, that was just what I wanted to talk about today. It's just coming up. And I think, yeah, like I said, it's going to be, because I'm filming myself writing it. So I'm just going to be a handwritten with clips to show the videos as well. I think it's going to be quite an interesting series. Okay. Thank you all for watching. And I hope inspiration and lots of inspiration finds you well. Bye.